Today's math video, we are going to be learning how to classify the different types of triangles. So by the end of this video, you are going to learn the 3 different ways to classify triangles by their angles and be able to identify those 3 types. So first of all, let's review some vocabulary. We have 3 different types of angles that we're going to need to know in order to classify these triangles. So first we have a right angle, an acute angle, an obtuse angle. We have vertices. Vertices are kind of like the elbow of the shape. So imagine where 2 lines are meeting, it's making like a little corner. That corner is called the vertice. That's also where the angle in the shape lives, is in the vertice. And then congruent. Congruent is when you have 2 shapes that have either the same angle measure or the same side measure. Okay, so first of all, let's just take this word triangle. A triangle really tells you exactly what the shape looks like just by the name. Angles are these things. Remember, we said it's 2 lines that are creating that vertice, that little elbow, that are making the angle measurement in the middle. So tri, that word usually means 3. So if I have 3 angles, then we know that our shape is a shape that has 3 angles. Alright, so first of all, we're going to start with a right triangle. So let me get my little text box over here. I'm going to start typing some notes. So a right triangle has 1 right angle. You can tell that because it has the little box in the corner and it creates a perfect L. So the perfect L is the right angle. With that 1 right angle, the other 2 angles, are always acute angles. Move that down a little bit. There we go. Alright, so in a right triangle, it's 1 right angle, and the other 2 angles are always acute angles. In an acute triangle, all 3 of the angles are acute. And remember, acute means that they are less than 90 degrees. Alright. Remember, make sure that you're taking notes on this in your math notebook. This is going to help you so much later on. So remember, if we're looking at our triangle here, all 3 of these angles are less than 90 degrees. The way that I can tell that is there's this really cool trick that you can do with your fingers. So if you make a perfect L with your fingers and you can hold it up to the angle, if the line of the angle, so I'm going to like draw a little finger here. I'm going to pretend my fingers are right here. So this is my finger, my L. And I hold that right up to the angle. If the angle goes inside my fingers, so it's less than, that means it's acute. If it goes outside my fingers, that means it's obtuse because it's larger than a 90-degree angle. This one's really easy to identify. And finally, in an obtuse triangle, this is a triangle that has 1 obtuse angle, and the other 2 are acute angles. And same thing, you can do the really cool trick where you put your finger up to, you can do the cool trick where you put your finger up to it, where you're with your L, and you can tell, okay, this is the right angle, this goes larger than my finger out here, so that is an obtuse angle. So that's how you know if it's a obtuse or acute or a right angle. Alright, today's video was super quick and easy. It's now time for you to show what you have learned on the quiz. You will need to know the vocabulary from this video and be able to classify the triangles based on their angles. Good luck!